What's up, guys, gals, and all you awesome minions and gamers of different shapes and sizes? I'm looking at you. Yes, you. It's me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some Strike Vector EX gameplay on the PlayStation 4. This game is so close to release, and I was lucky enough by Rage Quit Corp to actually have the opportunity to play this early and show you some amazing gameplay. This is a brand new map for the PlayStation 4 version. As you know, this game came out a few years ago on Steam. It was really awesome, really cool. I was there on day one when it got greenlit. I was playing the shizzle out of this game. As you know, we covered so much of it, and I fell in love. As so many of you have already found out, one of the original games that actually got me into gaming, the game that got me into being a video gamer in the first place, was Star Fox on the SNES, and it was a game that I held so close to my heart because I love sci-fi dogfighting. I love that whole thing about space. God, just look at this game, it's just so good. It's just, there's all these little moments, even when you're like, it's a game that you can feel so good at when playing it. I mean, look at that. Look how epic it is. Look at the explosions and how it's like in corridors, and it's so epic. It kind of reminds me of Empire Strikes Back, you know, right at the end where they're going through like all the caverns and the industrial parts. It's just so epic, and this game does it so easily through its gameplay. It's just so cool. But it's one of those games where it's so fun to watch as well. Like, even just watching myself, it just looks epic. It looks fantastic. Now, Rage Quit was so kind to let me play this a little bit early and show you some gameplay. And as mentioned just a few minutes ago before, Star Fox was the original game on SNES that actually got me into video gaming in the first place. This type of game is what got me into that. And I've been waiting so long to be able to experience one of these games again, like the original Star Fox. You may remember that I even bought Star Fox Zero to try and relive that nostalgia once. Oh, the explosions, baby, so good. To experience that once again, and it never happened. Star Fox Zero was a major letdown, and the funny thing is that Strike Vector has always been that game to, just look how cool it is, the immersion where you're like going so tight cornering and dodging the bullets. It's just so epic. It's one of those things, it just distracts you with its awesome, oh, that is just so badass. I'm trying to dodge, like, being chased by so many people. Look at this. So cool. Spinning around. As you can tell, I'm so in love with this game. I'm really in love with it. I love the multiplayer when it first came out. As mentioned, we covered this game as much as possible when the Steam game came out and everything like that. But now that it's actually joining the console families as well, it's just, I'm just so happy. I'm just so over the moon. We're actually playing with the developers here, and the amazing thing is that this is actually a four-man team. Rage Quit Corp is a four-man development team that actually made this happen, and it's this thing where I'm so grateful because I'm able to relive a game type that got me into gaming in the first place. It's something that might seem really cheesy to you, but it's something that means a lot to me. It's this thing where, as you know as well, I love sci-fi. I love sci-fi to death, and I love space combat, and it's the thing that I was hoping for in No Man's Sky. This is the kind of thing that we wanted to see in No Man's Sky. There's actually a map in this version of Strike Vector on the PS4 that actually has this really cool, like, outer space kind of map, and it's that kind of thing that we wanted, that intergalactic dogfighting that No Man's Sky was even supposed to offer as well, and it never did. But a four-man team gave us it as an indie game, and it's something I just really appreciate. It's something that I really am so excited about, and I've been playing this non-stop. As you can tell, I love this game. It was one of these things where, because it's an arcade game, you can just get back into this like that, like the click of a finger, just instantly. It's so accessible, it's so welcoming, and they've done so much to improve on it as well. So they've actually listened to the community, added in those features that everybody wanted. They wanted a campaign, they wanted bots, and Rage Quit have actually done that. They've actually gifted you these little additions to the actual game, the core game that we all wanted as fans of Strike Vector, which is awesome. But at the same time, they've kept the original multiplayer while adding more modes, more weapon types, just more aesthetics on top of it, and it's just so fun. So yeah, I was playing with the developers today for like an hour or two, and as you can tell, it got really tense. It got so hectic. We are playing on Bounty at the moment. I believe this is called Bounty. And what you do in Bounty is it kind of works like Halo's King, or recently in Titanfall 2's Bounty Hunter, where basically you are fighting over the person with the most points, in a sense where you are accumulating points by killing players, and then you kind of have to try and steal those points from the other players. You may notice on the top left that you have this little bit of a scoreboard. You have gold, silver, and bronze, I guess, or yellow, white, and red. And basically the person at the top has the most points. And so what you have to try and do, or kegs, they class it as these kegs or kebs. And so what you do is you kill the player and you steal all that money. You steal it for yourself, and it's all about trying to keep it and survive. And that is really, really cool because it actually has a little bit of a carrot on the end of a stick, like a little bit of a breadcrumb to it, a reason to actually fight for these points, because this is actually the in-game currency that you use to actually unlock parts for your ship, so you can actually customize the aesthetics for them, and also for getting things like decals, and for getting like the little player avatars and stuff like that. You buy all of that stuff with the in-game currency, and so what you're doing here is fighting over the in-game currency, trying to get it, keep it, and that means that you can use it to unlock even more stuff. But you don't have to play this mode to just do that, but it's a fun little game mode to try out if you want to kind of gamble. It's kind of got like a bit of a gambling feel to it. You're trying to risk your own like plane's life, your own vector's kind of like existence to win that cashew. I mean, as you can see here, look, 2,462 points. I am now the target of the entire dev team, and I must survive. Can I do this? This is the main thing. I've got to dodge around buildings, I've got to dodge bullets, and just got to try and survive. And it's this thing where it's so tense, and I just crashed into a wall. I was like feeling so epic, and it was this thing where I completely lost it. I lost all those points. It seems that you do actually collect them though, like the developer there, look, has actually instantly got that 2,276 points into their cash bag, and now I must try and get them back for myself, and I did! 2,418 points, now I must survive, now I've got all those players after me, but remember that you can actually go against the other players if you want to try and gain some cash as well. You don't have to target the top player. It's generally recommended because that means that you will actually get all the points, but I'm trying so hard, look, to try and dodge those bullets, and it's so epic. It's this thing where it gives you that sense of you are actually being chased, that you are actually in this dogfight, and you have to try and overcome it in some way by like outmaneuvering the enemy pilots. And the great thing about Strike Vector is that the controls work so well. You are always in hover mode. You may notice that sometimes you kind of like hover in the same spot and then you start firing, you know, so it's kind of like a tank hover mode in a sense. But then if you press the accelerate, you just fly and use the right analog stick to move around, and it just works so smoothly, so fluidly. This is 60 frames per second, and there's just so much going on, so much action. Going through explosions, just blowing people up. There are so many gameplay features that you may remember from my gameplay videos. Oh, Strike Factory is all there, but they've added things on top of it. And so I wanted to show you an introductory to this because I'm going to be playing the shizzle out of this game. We're going to be reviewing it. We're going to be actually interviewing the developers as well. So showing you all that amazing content. But I just wanted to show you what you have to look forward to. This game is currently on pre-order. You can get it for £8, $10, and this can be yours. It's got so much content to it. You've got a single player campaign, you've got skirmish, you've got tons of game modes, you've got 15 maps, and there is no reason why this community for this game should not thrive. It is just has so much potential to it, and all it has to do is add things on top of it. It is a multiplayer game that anyone can get into and anyone can have fun with. I mean, I'm not the best gamer when it comes to this stuff, as you can tell, but I'm having so much fun just trying to dodge bullets. I mean, trying to survive. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Driver. Do you remember like the original Driver where you could choose that mode to just get chased by cops? And it was how far could you get while being chased by cops? It's the exact same thing. Look at the actions going on around you, and it's just so badass. And I love that I was like first place for a while, and then I got third place. And it's that thing of like, you don't feel like you lost because you did gain some currency by being in third place, but you're like, oh, maybe next time. But anyway, comment section below, let me know, what do you think to Strike Vector EX that you've seen so far? I'm going to be doing loads of footage. If you played it originally on PC, let us know, because we want to know that community is still there waiting for their next release of Strike Vector EX on the PlayStation 4. So me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, and I'll see you all next time for some more Strike Vector. Ciao for now.